Hello and welcome to my first Project Cars Online video. This is quite early in my online career. I only really started it the day before, and this is, you know, a new car for me. Obviously, I haven't bought the legendary cars pack, so I've never driven this car before, but I have driven this track before. I did a Formula Golf season, so I've done a full week on this, probably about maybe 50 laps of this track, and I did an online race before that, I think. What I tend to do in online races is try and keep my nose clean for the first lap and then build from that. What I've learned what's different from Project Cars to Gran Turismo is you can take your time on this. It's not just about overtaking challenges and stuff like that. It's a completely tactical, different game. You know, you can play it smart, which Gran Turismo 11 let you do, really. I'm not really going to go into a detailed description between what's different between this and Gran Turismo, because there's many pros and cons all around. Just want to talk about online in this race specifically. Now the car ahead of me now, the one I'm trying to overtake, stays around the outside. I try and keep it clean, give him room, you know, keep him clean, he keeps me clean, you know, it's fair online racing, which is what I like. Have a bit of a moment there going around that quick corner. This car I didn't like to start with, because I usually like driving the Group A cars, which is what we drove before these, so it was quite a change to go from. It's probably like, I wouldn't even describe it near a GT3 car, to be honest. It's more like almost a single seat in a way, the amount of grip it has to offer. I remember reading once that they called this Alfa Romeo 155 an F1 in a box, basically, and this won't go far off. Looking at the steering wheel, the dash and all sorts, you know, it's quite F1-ish. You can see why many DTM drivers do go into F1, like Paul di Resta, for example, which he had some talent, but obviously he didn't have the money backing him. Obviously trying to keep up with this guy ahead of me now. But I've got to say he was quite quick, I'm not going to lie. He outbraked himself slightly to this corner. He didn't go wide as such, but you know, it's cost him some speed. You know, double braking into an apex, which you shouldn't do really, so I'd rather run it wide. So I'm quite good up at this hill here. Dive down the inside. Now it did sound like then I did hit him, but it wasn't. It was my front splitter going over the curb. So he did not make any contact, but he tried to go on the inside of me on the exit and then span. Unfortunately, to be honest, we were having quite a good battle. I don't like getting the race lead so early on the race, because it's building pressure. I've got 3 laps to do now to try and keep my lead. I like how you can drive the premium vehicles without actually owning them through online. Obviously, if the room leader has them, then you can drive them too, but possibly before you buy them, which is a good feature to have. This car has quite high downforce, so we're not expecting extravagant top speeds here, but 150 miles per hour is not that bad. This is a shortened version of the Dubai Autodrome, but I like this version. This is the only version I've driven before, so there's a decent amount of strengths and some technical corners. It reminds me of sort of Bahrain or a Qatar sort of circuit. Sorry, Bahrain if you want to pronounce it like that, but I'm not really bothered. Unlike some of the tracks, like maybe Yas Marina, it's not flat as a car park, so it has some decent hills. So I quite enjoy driving this circuit, to be honest. It's not featureless like a lot of modern circuits are nowadays. I don't know when this was built, but I don't imagine it was that long ago. I like from the fast talented circuits to the short technical bits here. It's a good mix of the track. This is sort of like maybe a Catalonia in a way. quite hilly, a few straights and then some few hard corners as well. Fourth lap here, trying to keep my lap times consistent. Obviously my third lap there was over a second slower than my second lap. Obviously right now I'm watching the green number at the bottom left of the screen. This tells me the gap to the guy behind, which I want to keep around the 5-second mark. That will be my safety barrier. Avoiding a bit of debris on the track there. I know it doesn't do anything, but you know, you never know with this game. Can brake extremely late with this car, which you know is good and bad in the ways. You can sort of almost outbrake yourself. You can have too much confidence in a car, which I have quite a bit. Run a bit wide there, but it's not a problem. Maybe to get the power down so it's not costing me any time. Over the curbs there. This being a modern car, it doesn't really like curbs, but I wouldn't say I'm driving particularly well at this point, but you know, I'm winning a race, which counts for something, must do. And please remember, this is my first time driving this car in a qualifying and race scenario. We didn't have practice on this event. It's a better lap there. 1:35.4, which is decent enough. Can't remember what qualifying times were about, but I think it's maybe a 1:34 for qualifying, but I don't want to be pushing too hard because I do want this win. See, now it's the last lap. This car is equipped with DRS. I didn't know DTM cars were equipped with DRS, but I don't think it's available online. If not, I don't think I'll have to sign a button for it because I've reconfigured my PlayStation controls. See the power of the brakes there, from 140 to 50 miles per hour, maybe a second. These cars weigh about 1100 kilos, so it's not bad. Maybe what do you say now? Ford Fiesta nowadays, even they're quite heavy, so particularly light car for the 4 litre V8 it packs under the bonnet. Entering the last few corners now. Just trying not to cock it up. Imagine if you span here. Embarrassment. Anyway, last corner now. Thank you for watching my first online Project Cars video. Peace.